Welcome back to another live match. Week 1 is done. We saw all the positives from the signings. We saw all the possible things that may happen with the signings, because some signings that came to some teams did not live up to the expectation that we had for them. One of those people, Gyökeres at Arsenal. People
Why
expected
you why
so.
you after this
Of
guy? Why are
course,
you
he has
guys
to.
after
No, it's not.
him?
It's not me. It's not me. It's not like it's me after him. I told you this
Yeah,
when he came. I told you this. I told you
why the whole world
if
after
he
him?
performs, people will talk about it. If he doesn't
Who in
perform,
A-
people will talk about it.
Who in Arsenal performed?
It
Who in Arsenal performed
nobody cares. Nobody cares.
in a game where they had 39% possession? What do you expect?
Nobody
What
cares.
do you expect?
We care about the striker. That is the most important thing. That's what people care about. Nobody cares if the team did not perform in general. The question is, where was Gyökeres? That's the question. That is always going to be the
I
question
think
as
I
we keep
think
on moving
it's
forward.
I think it's totally unfair the way they judge this guy. You judge
Football
him
is
based on
unfair.
first game. The team in general were scrappy. Arsenal were terrible. Do you get? Even the goal they scored, the keeper was the one that practically scored that goal because the ball was going in.
Yes,
The ball was practically going in. Calafiore did not even need to put his head. That ball was already going in,
Andy.
right? So
Nobody
why
cares.
would yeah? So
Nobody cares.
the whole team was not good enough. They didn't. I don't think the whole Arsenal team performed well, right? From Odegaard, Martinelli, Madueke that came on, so many people, right? You had even, to be honest, Arsenal were even lucky. They were lucky to go with that 3 point because there was a penalty shout on Cunha, right? The brother was backed him, was about to take that. The Saliba took him from the back, right? So we can go on, but I don't think it's fair for everyone to just be Jokeres. I know
It's not.
Maxman, we
No matter
expect
no
you
matter
get.
what no matter what you say, you
Yeah,
are not your opinion is not the opinion of the fan base, rival fans and main fans. You might have your own personal opinion and saying give it time, which is similar to the same opinion I have. Give Gyökeres time, give
I'm
every single
realistic.
signing.
That's just
No,
it.
I
Yeah,
released a video yesterday and I said give everybody
yeah,
time. We cannot make a
yeah.
statement right now to say this person is a flop or this person is not a flop. We've not seen enough yet. Somebody can say Joao Pedro flopped, right? He didn't do well in his first game. Nobody can make any statement yet, right? Depending on the team, depending on how the person plays with the team, you have to give it time in general and look at the player across the board, across different games to see that
Yeah,
yes, this person is good, or this person is not good. But right now, the conversation
yeah.
is, where was your Gyökeres? That is what people will just talk about.
The conversation I will ask is, where was the Arsenal team? I before that Arsenal game, I
Yeah.
tipped United to win. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't wrong in thinking that way,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Because
And
United they
probably I
played.
was yes, and I was the only one on earth that was saying United win,
Yeah.
right? But to be honest with you, if United had even taken one of the chances and had a better goalkeeper,
Mm-hmm.
we will not be saying this by now,
He said, I'm
right?
very happy with the performance. We outplayed we outplayed
The Gyökeres
title
touch his
faves,
head
just
28
unlucky.
times.
Yeah, York touched his head 28 times and the ball three. Bagman,
Oh my
what's up, man?
god!
What's up? How you
Oh my
doing?
god!
They were
Yeah,
honestly speaking, I have to say though, United should have won that game. They were the better side. Yes, they lost the game, but they won our hearts with the way they
they want
played.
to. They won everybody's hearts.
The way they
Everyone.
play, no, I was
Yeah,
like,
everyone.
nah,
Yeah,
you can see that Amorim
yeah,
has
yeah.
improved that team.
The
The
football was good
football
too.
it was
Good.
good. It
When
was
the
really
football
good.
wasn't just good, the
Hmm.
chances creation, there was a lot of chances created. A
Yeah.
lot. But the big question I have now is, I said something right on the live
Hmm.
yesterday. I said United are playing well. Anyways, Arsenal sat back. What are we even saying? Arsenal sat back.
They did.
They sat back,
They did.
right? So
Hmm.
I'm just looking at when United plays like a smaller team.
Hmm.
How do they play the same way? Would it be really expansive? Will it be nice? Would they create so many chances like this? So that's what I'll be looking for.
What was your biggest problem with Arsenal and the way they played? What about the way they played personally do you think affected things?
Right. I think I think they just it was negative the way they played in the sense that I felt like maybe it was an instruction from the coach. I don't know. Let them. He said my friend is United. He asked me for €100 bets. Who will finish higher? United. Ah, Bagman, don't put me in trouble. Higher United or Newcastle? What do you think? United or Newcastle? Who finishes higher?
I don't know. I don't know. To be
You don't
honest,
know.
I'm not sure. Right now, at first I said
I
United
think
will finish
Newcastle.
higher because
I think Newcastle finish higher based on my Premier League
I
predictions.
I want to see
Right?
more of
Yeah.
the transfers that
Yeah.
more of the transfers that will happen before I can get like before I can make like a statement again about the table, because previously when I was thinking about it I was like, yeah, based on the projected signings of what I'm thinking, this is how the table will shape up. Based on
Yeah.
the amount of competitions this team's playing, this is what will happen. But honestly, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Look at United. They
I think.
played well. They played so
Yes.
well. They were at home. Yes, they could. I don't know what their next game. I think their next game is Fulham. They could go to Fulham. They could lose again. They could go to Fulham. They could win. Right?
Fulham is
Cesco,
a small stadium.
Cesco could
That's the
start
only
and
fear I
then
have.
they win by like a convincing amount. So it's a bit tricky. This first few games, I'm just hesitating a lot to make any statement on anything. I'm taking it game to game at this point. But one thing I would say is
Mm.
United impressed me a lot.
A lot. I'm
They
telling you, a
impressed
lot,
me
a
a lot.
lot,
A lot.
a lot. To be
Declan Rice,
honest, a
yeah.
lot.
Declan Rice
Yeah.
had no influence on the game.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was a game where that even Arsenal fans came out and said
Mm.
we won, but it felt like a loss.
It was kind of an embarrassing win. Do you get what I'm saying? Where they practically did nothing. The keeper practically scored that goal for them. So to be honest with you, United need another goalkeeper. It's an emergency. It
But
is an
Amorim came out
emergency.
and publicly
Was
defended
defend
by Inde, right?
that's
He said,
nonsense.
to paraphrase what he said in the press conference, he was like, yes, you talk about, yeah, we should have used Tom Heaton in this game, but think about it. In our in the games that Binde has played, he kept
Mm.
us in the game. He played well. He helped us well. I feel like you
Those
cannot
errors from
judge.
the guy.
You
No, has
cannot
Tom
judge.
it
You cannot just judge based on. You cannot just judge him for this season. I'm not even talking about the first for this season. You cannot just judge it based on this mistake that happened.
Mm. Oh my God. Bagbani says, Andy, we are coming for you in a few games.
Magnifico,
Few
yeah,
games time. I'm not, he's not afraid of Chelsea.
yeah.
Anyways, no one is afraid of Chelsea now. We have no
Mm-hmm,
ranks, we have no status. We're just a bunch of kids that are playing the
mm-hmm,
game and we see where it takes us.
yeah.
But one thing I'm sure is if you are coming to Stamford Bridge,
Mm-hmm,
you're not going home with any points. I'm
mm.
very sure about that. You see, Palmer was as relevant as Rice. Palmer was
But
not in. Palmer was under lock and key. It was under lock and key, and
so
that's the reason
once they
why.
hold Palmer, the creativity in the Chelsea
No,
team
no,
just
no, no.
drops.
So that's why I said
Mhm.
the coach was not meant to start what they call
Thank you very
quiet
much,
start.
Magnifico.
Yeah, that the
You wanted
quiet
a
start I
quiet start. You
wanted.
got your quiet start.
It's fine. That is why Jimmy Gittins, I didn't want him to start. Use Pedro Neto on the left
You
hand
keep
side
on
and use
blaming Gittins. You keep on blaming Gittins. You keep on blaming
the,
Gittins. Are you sure
the guy
Gittins was
was
the
not.
problem all along?
I'm not. No, listen. When we spoke, I said we started that game with two men down. Fernandez was not fit. He
Mm-hmm.
was not fit. Fernandez has only had 45 minutes in preseason, and you use him ahead of Santos that has had more than Santos has had 60, almost 2 hours of football.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Caicedo has had close to 2 hours of football in preseason. Santos has had close to 2 hours of football in preseason. Then why does Fernandez start before Santos? It
Mm.
makes no sense. The guy was not in the game. He had a terrible game than Gittins. Gittins even tried, but I'll even tell you that what's that boy's name now? There's a 19-year-old boy that we used ahead of Gittins in preseason. I've forgotten his name now. That guy even had more minutes than Gittins,
Which guys
right?
are? Are you talking about Tyreek George?
Tyreek George had more minutes than
But
Gittins
Tyreek
in
George
pre
doesn't have outputs like that. You're talking about Tyreek George like if
Kingsley.
Tyreek George was in the
Kingsley,
game, he would have made a difference.
Kingsley, let me tell you something. We brought on Tyreek George when we needed to score, and he came on after 5 minutes. Tyreek George scored.
Forget about the
Do you get
pass,
what
right?
I'm
Forget
saying?
about that
So
pass.
what?
Talk about
So what
that
I'm saying,
game, that Crystal Palace game.
we're
Do you
talking
think Tyreek
about
George would have
the game.
come into that game and made a difference?
Listen. So what I'm saying now is, first of all, you are starting the game.
Yeah,
Look at the fitness of your players. You
that's
are
on
playing
the
Crystal
coach.
Palace. Yes, Crystal Palace already had so many games. They are more fit than us.
Okay,
Then I think
okay.
it's, to me, the only thing I will hold the coach for that game is, I think it's so unfair
Mm-hmm,
that you bench Santos that has more games
mm-hmm,
and is more fit than Fernandez.
mm-hmm,
Fernandez has only had 45 minutes. Then
mm-hmm,
why should he start over Santos? When Santos even came on, Santos even had chances to score.
mm-hmm,
And the thing is that if he has started Santos,
mm-hmm,
the game becomes hard. You put Enzo for 30 minutes. That
mm-hmm,
chance that fell to Santos, probably it would have been Enzo and probably would be at the back of the net.
mm-hmm.
This guy needs to trust players. That's what Maresca needs to start trusting his players.
But this is
There's no
normal
point
with
of,
coaches. Like their
I
coaches
know,
just
but
prefer certain
yes,
players coming into the game
yes,
based on
but
experience, based on how
yes,
tough that
but
opponent is. You cannot in a
Kingsley,
game like Crystal Palace. You're saying Maresca should use Santos. What if Santos had made a mistake? You blame Santos. You get what I'm saying? It's a bit
If
tricky.
Santos made a mistake, I will still understand because I
Yeah,
know
but
Fernandez is not fit.
fair enough.
We all
But
know Fernandez is not fit.
yeah, fair enough. But think about it
Yes,
this way: you're not the only Chelsea fan, right? If you had used Santos and Santos flopped, the whole Chelsea fan base
Santos would not score.
might feel like wait,
Kingsley,
let me just say what I'm saying. The whole Chelsea fan base might feel like you had Enzo on the bench. Why didn't you start Enzo? Why did Enzo not start this game? You might as well start with the guys that you trust. I understand you talk about fitness level, but as a coach, at the back of his mind is like, okay, let me start with the guys that have experience, big game. I'll call them big game players. Let me start with my big
Mhm.
game players, try them out, and then as the game proceeds, I can take them off after 60 minutes and bring in backups, right, from the bench. You just think about McAllister at Liverpool, right? McAllister is not fit, but he started the game
Mhm.
against
How
Bournemouth.
many
We took him
minutes
out.
did McAllister play?
McAllister played roughly like 60 minutes or so, about 60
Okay.
minutes or so, and then we took him out and
Fernand
we brought in Endo, right? Whoever
Fernand
we brought in. So it
Fernandez
might have been the same
Fernandez
thing.
Fernandez played almost close to 70 minutes. I understand. The thing is that I understand that the coach is trying to get fitness from Fernandez. The only
Yeah,
way you get fitness from Fernandez is playing Fernandez. I understand that.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
what I expected was Fernandez is not fit. He was struggling, which
Mm-hmm.
is okay. His first is his second game. The first
Yeah.
game he just played 45. This one, I would say just play
I
him
know.
50.
You guys would have lost. Like
Yes,
what to say?
you
You
have
guys would have
lost.
lost. You should thank
You
VAR
have
for
lost.
that.
No, no, no. I would have even it would have even been better we lost this game. Yes, I would have been happier if we lost
Why? I don't
because
understand.
I would have been happier that we lost because the coach needs to trust people. Maresca has that issue. He has that issue.
Mm,
There's no, to me, as a person, there's no point having someone on your team if you will not
mm-hmm.
trust them. Now, an example is you trusted a 19-year-old defender
Yeah,
in the middle of your back line,
yeah.
which is fine,
Archibald. Mm-hmm.
right? To me, Achimpong should not be in the middle of our back line. He should go on a loan for 1 year. It's just me saying, I'm giving you an example,
Yeah.
right?
I'm laughing because of the comment. They're trolling you.
Yeah, no, 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 Batman. I'm not losing my mind. Do you get what I'm saying? Before the game, I told you I wanted a slow start for us.
You wanted the quiet
Yes,
start. Mm-hmm.
I wanted a quiet start because it will tone down the expectation of Chelsea fans. And that's the honest. You say, "Oh, I'm the only Chelsea fan
Mm-hmm.
that is not so optimistic," because I know the reality, right? I'm not just speaking from a fan. I'm speaking from someone that coach people also.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like, as we've drawn, Chelsea fans
Yeah.
are quiet. Yes, and it's good that all of them are quiet. They should be quiet. We should all be quiet because it's reality check for everyone. It's reality check. Now, The coach will also learn from it. He needs to use Estavo.
Mhm.
Estavo cannot be coming off from the bench. No, no.
It's not
To
like
be honest
Estavo will
with
come out
you,
from the bench, but you have to look at the match fitness.
use
The Premier League
yes,
has a
but
different pace.
Kingsley, Kingsley,
You have to factor that in.
the 30 minutes this brother played, I was impressed with him. He's 18-year-old.
Yeah, but you have to
Use him
slowly
and
integrate, right?
yes, but use him and Kopama together. Kopama can see Kopama was practically on chains. Was like a prisoner. Stop calling me a prisoner. That was Kopama throughout that game. He was on chains, handcuffs, leg and
Yeah,
hand.
everybody has to have a
Yes,
plan for Kopama. Glasner had a
yes,
plan for him, so that's
easy.
expected.
And I will tell you that if if Estavo and Palmer had played, Palmer would have been having the opportunity to switch
Hmm.
to the right hand side.
Yeah.
Because those guys in the middle, what's their name? I've forgotten their name. Two of them. They once Palmer is, they think Palmer is going to get the ball. They are there already. But now, if you have Estavo switching with Palmer, Estavo is a different profile. He can dribble through the middle and is pacey. Palmer is not pacey.
Hmm.
Palmer is not pacey. Do you get? But if you have
Do you
him
think
and
Crystal Palace will
Palmer,
let Estavo dribble through the middle?
Kingsley, he will
I know
try to
things you're
dribble.
saying look
Listen, he will try to dribble and he will get a free kick.
okay.
Yes, and it will push us forward. The
Hmm.
more free kicks you get, the advantage you get.
Fair enough.
Do you get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
we had no, and that's the reason why Chelsea fans are calling for Xavi Simons.
Yeah.
Xavi Simons is a dribbler. He's fast.
Hmm.
So probably he will provide a different profile. If Xavi Simons come in games like this where Kopama will be on chain, key and lock, he'll be on
Yeah.
chains. He can play on the right.
Hmm.
Do you get him and Simons can be switching? That's an option.
Thank
But
you
now
very
I
much,
get,
Magnifico. Like Estavo is a young boy. He shouldn't start yet.
yeah,
Let him adapt to intensity and come off the bench. That's what I'm
it's
trying to
fine.
tell you.
It's fine.
Look at it this way. When the Estavo come, you guys barely had the preseason, and Estavo
Mhm.
came. He played. You guys played Leverkusen, right? That was the game Estavo joined and played with you guys. That's like
Mhm.
one game. I don't know if you played the next game after that.
He played the next
I didn't
game. He
follow.
played
I
two
didn't
games.
follow that, but
He played the two
fair
games.
enough. But this
Yeah.
is the Premier League, Andy. I don't care who you played preseason. You know how the Prem is.
Anyway,
The Prem is
it's
physical,
fine.
is
It's
fast.
actually fine. It's fine.
You don't want to throw him in on his debut and then he has a bad debut. Look at
It's
Jokeres.
fine actually.
Everybody right. We are saying give Jokeres time, but people are trolling Jokeres. People are trolling him that his debut was ass. It was not good.
Was awful. Yeah. Anyways, I was impressed with the 30 minutes I saw.
Give him
Probably,
time.
probably the coach is actually right. Now that I think about it, if I was the
Mhm.
same thing, I would do the same thing, right? Maybe give him. He keeps
Is this
coming on.
the Club World Cup hangover?
They are not match fits. To be honest with you, they are not match fits. They are not match fits,
See what's
right?
happening. Live long dog. Where is Chelsea finishing this season? Sixth or seventh?
No,
Certainly
they
not
still.
lower,
I think.
especially with
I
the
think they.
distractions of Champions League. EPL
I
is a
think
three-horse race, and Chelsea is a donkey, not a horse.
Stewart. I still think Chelsea finishes third. That's my honest opinion,
You still
and I'll
think
stand by
so?
it. Yes, I still think so.
Hmm.
Regardless of this start,
Okay.
we last season
Mm-hmm.
we lost our first game to Manchester City.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? Normally we draw to Crystal Palace. Is not
Yeah.
this one was. It's
Expected.
not
It's
anything
expected.
new. I know
It's
people like. Do
expected.
you know that? I will tell you something. If this
Mm-hmm.
was last season, we will surely lose. The way we were playing to Crystal Palace, the
Mm-hmm.
aura, the how do I say it now? The vibe from
Mm-hmm.
that game, Chelsea would 2 years ago under Pochettino,
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea at least 2-0 loss would lose. So it's good that VAR helped them. It's fine. I like that VAR helped them. It's good. But VAR will not be around all the time. They need to wake up. Do you get? So I
Where
like the
was
start.
okay? You need to
Me, I
take.
like the start. You understand? If
Yeah.
an example is why I was happy that I expected us to play better. Anyways, why with what we played, I think both teams deserved a draw. That is fair. That's football, right? But I don't think it would have been good if after that goal they cancelled for Crystal Palace, then Chelsea goes, Santos scores last minute of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? Then we come on with 3 points. Then everybody, oh, we glaze over the issues that we had, the fitness issues and all of that, it's still there. It's same thing with Arsenal. I know Arsenal fans, some of them, I know a lot of Arsenal fans are still not happy with Arteta, with the way they played and all of that. But to be honest with you, I know
Honestly,
Arsenal got 3 points, right? But there are so many issues I saw. If they can't continue like that, the way they played. Yes, they can't.
I still feel like at the back of my mind, I'm
Yeah,
still feeling like, because AB, I remember AB used to come on, AB comes on this stream and he says the way all these teams have played, you can't wait for Chelsea to play. The way Chelsea plays, Chelsea will plays better than these other teams. He's happy these other teams are not playing well. Whatever, right? I still feel
yeah,
like we don't know much yet about these coaches, these signings, and the team
yeah.
yet. I know match week one has a lot of fans excited, a lot of fans disappointed. It's still too early for me to make any statement on
True, true,
any
true, true.
team. Chelsea
Yeah.
played Crystal Palace. If you check the head-to-head, you guys draw all the
We
time. That's always
always go to
expected. It's
them.
expected
Yeah,
to be
normal.
that way.
Yeah.
Look at Newcastle. Newcastle, they played without a striker, right? They played with, or at least they
And
had a
they
striker,
were,
Osula, right? But
yeah.
they
Was
don't have their
no,
main
Otula
guy. They
came
don't have
on.
their main.
Otula came on
Osula
later
came, oh
on.
yeah, came on later on. But they don't have their main guy, the Isak, that you expect to
Yeah.
come in and do things. You look at all these teams that have played so far, sluggish. Even Liverpool,
True,
sluggish. So many things I saw for my team I did not like. Right. So many
true.
things
Yeah.
not really great. So at the end of the day, right now, we can't really make a statement. I mean, giving the entire picture of the season, like this is what's going to happen the entire season. But we can talk about
Wow.
games and things that
I,
need to improve. So let's
I
talk
know, but
about games and things that
we
need to
can
improve.
we can make one statement.
What's the
Hmm?
statement?
Is a three-horse race that will later become two. We can make that statement now. Yes.
Three
It's
horses
a
have become
three-horse
two
race.
between who and who?
It will be three-horse race. That's what I think, anyways, my
Yeah.
opinion.
What's your opinion
Three-horse
there?
race between Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it becomes two later, just Liverpool and Man City.
You think so? You think Arsenal will
I,
not
I
compete?
think I think Arsenal might fall off. They need a 10. They need that 10. There's no how. They can I personally I don't think, like, I'm just thinking, how do you go into the season with Odegaard? Yes, how do you? I know you came on during the live, you said, oh, Havertz came on and Havertz is good, XYZ. But Havertz is a different profile. Havertz is actually a 10 that was converted to a striker. Yes, that was his
I
original
know, I
position.
know, I
So
know.
he doesn't need anybody to create chance for him. He's been a creator from when he was young. He's still young anyways, but he's been a
Let me
creator
ask you
when he was much
this.
younger.
Let me ask you this. You're a coach of a team. You
Yeah.
want to sign a striker. Would you sign a striker just because the striker scores goals, or would you sign a striker so the striker can fit well with your style of play? Why would you sign a certain profile of striker?
I think personally, I would
Yeah,
sign a striker that fits the way I want to play.
exactly. So
Because at
nobody
the end
cares.
of the
Nobody
day,
cares if
yes,
no. To me, nobody
yeah,
cares if you care. Oh, it's not. It's a different profile from Kaya. I don't care. It's up to the coach. You have Gyökeres. Gyökeres. You know the kind of striker he is. You know how he plays. He wants the ball to come to him. He wants to wait for the ball, be in the final third, get crosses into the box, balls directed to him. That is what you want. Gyökeres is a kind of striker that is like that. It's like Haaland. That kind of striker, at least what Haaland is, that we're now saying Haaland needs to add more to his game, right? But the expectation is those kind of striker. When we're talking, you said you brought out examples. Lukaku hardly drop deep like Ekitike and do all those kind of things where he picks up the ball and does stuff. But Ekitike is
mm,
that kind of striker. His
it's
goal,
different.
what happened
Yeah,
with his goal? He dropped deep, asked for the ball came to him, he dribbled a player and he scored. That's Ekitike. That's the kind of the striker he is.
it's
So
different.
if
Yeah,
Gyökeres is not that kind of striker, then it's on you as the manager and the sporting director and those people that
true,
decided to
true.
sign Gyökeres for your team. If it doesn't fit with what you want, it is your fault. So change the style of play to fit with him. But as far as I am concerned, Kai Havertz came on and fits well with the team. He fits well
Yeah,
with
I
how they
think
were
so too.
playing.
Yeah, they played
So
better when Havertz was on.
they played better when Havertz came on compared to
Yeah, yeah,
Gyökeres. Gyökeres, they played like they had one man down. That's exactly how they played.
yeah.
So
Say Haaland was okay. Let's read one for Magnifico.
wait,
He
let's start
said,
from Stewart. Please let's focus
okay,
on EPL contenders, not the club with all flash and yet no form. Chelsea will only be champions only when there's a cup for talking talking big, not matching the talk with talk.
Say
Anyway,
what? Say
fair enough. Fair
what?
enough. Still, what said is coming to
Say
troll you,
what?
so you understand.
Okay, that's good. That's
I
good. That's
predict
good.
Chelsea will
I
get
appreciate
Gay
it.
in for checkbook Maresca. It's possible, right? You guys might decide, yeah, let's even go for Gay. Who knows? But I hope we get Gay. We'll see what happens. The way Chelsea were trolling us for losing the Community Shield on penalties against Crystal Palace, I was expecting wonders from them, but what I saw was,
Yes, and
Let me,
Stewart is right.
yeah,
Right?
hmm,
I think the general, if you survey general Chelsea fans, the
yeah.
expectation they are having is too, how do I say it now? The expectation to
You
me, I
can't
feel
blame
like
Chelsea fans. You
no,
guys
no,
are
no.
world
I
champions.
know. No, no, no. But listen,
Hmm.
how did we look at we are world champions.
Yeah,
We have the crest on our badge. Fine. How did we become world champions?
by playing in the Club World Cup, competing.
No,
How
no,
did you
no, no.
become?
Apart how did we
So
we're
how?
not in the
Tell us.
we were not on the tougher side of that
Oh, of
tie
the
of
bracket.
that
Okay, okay, fair
of
enough.
the
Yeah,
bracket, right? Although you can argue that we won the games were not easy. To no game is easy.
yeah,
If you don't turn up, you don't win. Fine,
of
but at
course.
the end
Yeah.
of the day, we finished fourth last season,
Mm-hmm.
and that fourth we finished, really fought to finish fourth,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now we're coming into a new season. Chelsea fans should remove it from their mind that they are going to challenge for the title. They should, and I think yes, and that's why when you keep on asking me, and I'll tell you no, because I want to be realistic. And
Mm-hmm.
that is why I wanted us to have. I don't want us to go beat Crystal Palace 4-0. Say, oh, Chelsea, title contender.
Let me ask you this question. Every single time I asked you, Chelsea, are
Yeah.
you guys title contenders? You always said
And I
no
will
because
tell you no.
I will tell you why you always said
Goalkeeper.
no. Because I always ask you
Goalkeeper
why. You said
mainly.
goalkeeper, goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper mainly.
So
Yeah.
goalkeeper mainly. When you played Crystal Palace, your
Mm.
goalkeeper did not have any fault. Did he have any faults?
Sanchez was good. Was good.
So
Sanchez was good.
so what happened then? What happened?
No, 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 no. Crystal Palace is, how do I say it now? Crystal Palace is one game, which we usually draw.
Mm-hmm.
They are like our boogie team.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, let me rephrase the question this way. If
Yeah.
Sanchez steps up and he's good, he does well, you
Mm.
guys are title contenders because you're not worried about your goalkeeper anymore.
No, apart from
Because you
goalkeeper,
said that's the major reason why
no,
you're not
there
the
are
title
other
contender. Your goal.
reasons.
What are
There
the
are
other
other
reasons?
reasons.
So
The
that's what I
other
want to
reason
know.
is
What are the
that
other reasons?
yes, the other reason is first of all, people forget that this team are extremely young. We're the youngest side in the Premier League.
So just because of age.
No, it matters. It
How
matters.
does it matter?
Now they
PSG's team is young and they won their league.
I know it's the French league. Come on, come on, come on. It's the French
They
league.
won the Champions League.
Come on, come on. I know they won it. I
Fair
want
enough, fair enough.
which is fine, right? But that is Europe. We
Every
can go
even
into
saying, Andy, please allow Chelsea fans, boss. They've been murdered for 3 years unnecessarily.
true. That's also right. We've been in the mud for close to I'll say 2 years, AB. We've been in the mud for 2 years in which
Mhm.
people have trolled us. So I guess this is our time to really come out. You say guys telling me
Yeah, but
for
Magnifico has a point though in terms of he said, let me ask, can Liverpool or City win a game like Arsenal did versus us with defense? I don't think so, which is why Arsenal
no.
will win. I don't know
That's a
though.
good point.
I personally feel like if
Mm,
Man U had played Liverpool or Man U had played City, that game would have
mm.
been completely different. I'm telling you. Arsenal, they have no creative players. Like, if
That's
you
the
think about it,
problem.
they have
Yeah.
no, let me take that back. They have
They will
creative
actually
players,
they will have more
but
draws.
they have
They will
creative
have more
players,
draws.
but they don't
Yeah.
have the same number of creators or creative players that Liverpool and City have. That is true. If you think about it,
Yeah.
United had everything to win that game. Home advantage,
Yeah.
the way style of play, they
Yeah.
exploited Arsenal and they caught them. In fact,
Uh,
that
was
defense. When we
bad.
talk about Arsenal having a strong
Was
defense,
bad.
the
Was
reason why
bad.
United lost that game is because United did not score. It was not about
Yes,
Arsenal
that was
having a strong
it.
defense because
Yeah,
United
that was it.
played. They
Yeah.
Amorim, the way Amorim set up the team, they played through Arsenal's
Yeah.
midfield. They played through
It felt
Arsenal's defense. They should have won that game.
do
Cunha
you
had a
in
chance on goal.
do you know the
Mbemo had
way
a
I
chance to
felt
score. What
watching
are
that
we saying here?
I'll be the way I felt watching that Man U game, I felt as if I was seeing like the Man U of old. When we used to watch Man U, the way they
Yeah.
played in Old Trafford, that's the
Mhm.
feeling I got. I was like, oh my God, had to look. Oh, it's Amorim that is
Yeah,
the coach. I thought maybe Sir Alex came back. I was scared. I like, oh, Sir Alex, please. But apparently,
yeah.
they said Ruben Amorim had a big chat with Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's advised him as his granddad, right? Or great grandfather.
Who knows?
Advised him.
Who
You
knows?
know, those guys, they have a lot of. Ten Hag never wanted to listen to Sir Alex.
Mm-hmm.
He never wanted to listen to Sir Alex. So
Yeah.
there's one or two that probably he's gotten,
Mm-hmm.
which I think he was seeing, which is fine,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you can learn from people like that have gone ahead of you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So which is totally fine. But I think United need a goalkeeper. Like if I was in the board now, it's like an emergency. They need another. Forget Amorim defending the goalkeeper. That goalkeeper is not good enough. He's not.
Let's
My
see if they get
second
Donnarumma.
goalkeeper, my second goalkeeper, who is forgotten his name, is 200 times better than that guy.
We can't say that though. You can't really say
He
that.
is.
You can't
He is
really say
Kingsley.
that. You can't really say
He
that.
is.
Bayinde is
He
not
is.
not super bad.
He's
You
bad.
make
He's
me want to
bad.
pull out Bayinde stats and see how he did. He's not super.
Pull up
The
his
way you're
stats.
the way you're judging
This is
him,
not
I
the
feel like
first
you're
time
judging
I'm
him harshly
watching.
based on.
This is not the first time I'm watching him make mistake. This is the third time I'm seeing him make mistake. Every time I've ever watched United and he's in goal, he made mistake. So what am I saying? So how will I have a different opinion about him? I've watched a game where, you remember the game where he came out and I think he tried to clear the ball or something, or he cleared him. I remember that game clearly. There was one he did. I don't know if it was a cup game. Similar incidents,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't know if it was against Leeds or who did they play. I've kind of forgotten. But I've
Yeah.
seen him make mistake almost 3 times. How do you expect me to have a
So
different? That's the only
um
memory I have of him,
Bagman is saying
right?
Haaland is not the most mobile, but he's more mobile than Gyökeres. It's sad that the striker Arsenal need is and always was Isak. Honestly speaking, that's the kind of striker that fits
It's
them.
like a day
Isak,
need. Yes,
Ekitike,
yeah.
that's the kind of striker they need.
Oh,
Not. Anyways, let me move on. I don't want to talk about Arsenal too much. There will be three horse yet. You think Chelsea will finish third? Please, how does that work? Pedro and Co are overhyped. Anyways, I know Chelsea is good for grade C tournaments where we don't compete. Okay, we'll see how Chelsea do in the UCL. We'll see how Chelsea do in the UCL, but I still feel like it's still too early to tell, but we'll see how Chelsea do in the UCL. I'm looking forward to how your season progresses. Guys
yeah.
telling me Purple
If,
Patch Pedro will score 20 plus.
did you read
I
AB's comments?
yeah, I
Is
read
it
AB's. Oh wait. I've read
and the
AB's
play stop?
comments. The next one is AB's one. Andy, please stop. This
Okay.
Crystal Palace manager won the Europa FA and shoes. Who says he did not? Yeah, he did not outcoach Maresca. Yeah, who says so? Who says so? Right?
Let,
Who
let's
says
let's
so?
talk about let's talk about that. That's
Yeah,
one thing. We actually, do you know? I know everybody is there's so much. Oh, Chelsea were terrible. This that.
yeah,
But I think we did not even give some. How do I say it now? Some kudos or like applause
yeah.
for Glasner,
Mm-hmm.
because he was outstanding. Is this same person that beat Manchester City? It's not a fluke.
It's
He
not a
beat
fluke.
Manchester City.
It's not a fluke. No.
He conquered Liverpool,
I
right?
won't say
So
conquered, but yeah, sure. Sure. Conquered
Kingsley,
is such a strong. You
when
conquered Liverpool. How?
he conquered,
How did he conquer
Liverpool.
us?
He
Because he won
conquered you
Community
guys
Shield
because he conquered you guys because
and
you
he
guys
drew us
are
at home.
the winners. You guys are the winners of the league, right? So it's more or less like you guys scored them, they scored back. You scored them, they scored back. Then you played penalties, they won. It was not easy for them. That's why I put it as conquered. It was tough for them to win. Or let's say they won.
Conquered is such a strong
Okay,
word. They
okay,
won
they won
Community Shield.
Liverpool.
Okay.
They won Liverpool. They won
Yeah.
Liverpool. They conquered City. Let's use conquered for City. They conquered
Okay.
City.
I don't know, but yeah. Okay.
They,
I'm
they
listening. I'm
won
listening.
Liverpool. They
I'm
won
listening.
Liverpool. You see, I've switched it now.
No,
They
no.
won
Keep going. Keep
Liverpool,
talking. Yeah.
right? And they were lucky not to go away with 3 points at Stamford Bridge.
No, they
Yes,
were unlucky.
they were unlucky because
Okay.
to me that free kick was a goal. Let's not. I
Honestly,
understand that you are drawing
we
lines.
have to talk about refereeing in the Prem because the
Yeah,
handball call that I saw today is very controversial. That Tarkowski's handball, it's very.
it
But
was
we'll
here.
get
It was here. It was here. It was handball. He
okay.
moved his
Fair,
hand.
fair
He
enough.
moved his
His
hand.
hand
His
was at his
elbow.
side.
His elbow
It was
is,
at
you
his
see,
side.
anything I know, but anything, Kingsley, anything below your sleeves is handball.
A ball
Anything below
deflects
your
and hits
sleeve.
your hand.
He did like this. I saw him move. He moved his hand.
He bent his body.
Kingsley, he moved it.
Anyways,
He did like
let's move on.
he did like this.
He didn't bring his hand forward. He bent his body sideways and he hit his hand.
But you are clearly saying
If
he
you're
bent
giving
his body sideways.
wait. If you're giving that as handball, then the
Mm.
brother that stopped Ekitike from having a one-on-one,
That's a red card.
that was not handball.
That's a red card.
Let's read some
That's a red
comments
card.
because the
Yeah.
Prem, I don't understand them. Chelsea will win only when their competition are below Liverpool. I kept finding it funny that a small team like Chelsea kept looking Liverpool to the face, thinking we are the same category. Liverpool can't allow
Still,
United to
man.
beat them that much. The last time Man U played that way against Arsenal, that way it's 8-2 in their favor. Yeah, well, Stewart is kind of right in some of the things he's saying.
Oh,
I
Arsenal
mean,
won United 8-0. Oh, 8-2.
8-2, yeah.
Yeah. I remember
United
that
could have
game.
signed Ramsdale. It's better than what they have. You think Ramsdale is better than buying there?
I think so. I
You
think
think
so.
so? Ramsdale?
Yes.
You guys are not rating
Like,
this buying there at
that keeper
all.
is no good. That keeper is Kingsley. Let me ask you this question. As a goalkeeper, no,
If
you have a
Ramsdale is
goalkeeper.
that good, then why did Ateta keep
Listen,
Ramsdale? Why did
listen,
Ateta keep Ramsdale?
listen. No. He said
Okay.
rather than have that keeper, go and get Ramsdale. You can get Ramsdale on loan while you wait. He's on loan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? If you were not sure, just get him on loan and he'll be there. Now you talk of what's the function of a goalkeeper?
To prevent
What's
goals,
the
now.
to catch goals, right? Or punch them out.
Prevent goals in
Yes.
any way.
So
Catching,
yeah.
punching it out. Yeah.
Anyway, so do you think as a goalkeeper he did his job yesterday?
I think for the most part he did his job, but that mistake
What job did he do? How
to
many times
prevent
did the ball come to him?
goals now. They took shots
How-
at him. They took shots
What
at him. He
shot?
stopped it.
What shots did he?
Odegaard made an attempt at him. He stopped it.
Those are
There's
balls
also
that he's expected to catch.
yeah, but he did his job. If he made mistakes on those saves, we've seen Onana let goals enter that he's supposed to catch. So I don't know. I don't understand. I feel like I'm going to this AB's comments. AB saying, for me, I don't make anything of the first game of the season. I'm just feeling the same way. I'm struggling feeling the same way AB's feeling. Like I don't make anything of the first game of the season. We can look
True.
at the first
Which
game
is
and
true.
say
Yeah.
not good. This was not good. It needs to improve for these teams to
Improve.
get better.
Yeah.
And that's how this conversation should be, rather than this game already judges your entire season. I don't think so.
No, but no. But
I
I'm
don't
not
think
this
so.
guy. This guy I'm talking about. I didn't judge him based on just this game, first game of
From
the
what,
season.
last season?
I judge him for the 3 times. This is the third time I've seen him and I've watched him. He's made mistake. So how do you expect me to have a different notion about him? And I don't blame the reporter for saying Tom Heaton is a better goalkeeper than him. Maybe he's seen Tom. I don't know who Tom Heaton is. I've never watched Tom Heaton play. But my thinking is any other goalkeeper apart from this guy is better. That's just my
Anyways,
thinking
I'm
because
even saying
I've
he had
seen him
a
make.
masterclass
Yeah,
versus Arsenal in FA Cup, but he's not
yeah,
consistent. You need a goalkeeper. Yeah, I
yeah,
guess consistency is, yes, you can talk about consistency with the keeper. Like if you're making
yeah.
mistakes, game in, game out, even Robert Sanchez is not consistent, right? You need consistency from your goalkeeper.
Sanchez is consistent when it comes to saving balls. The problem is his leg and decision making. Kingsley, it's two different things.
Arsenal, they are a very strong side when it comes to corners. The keeper, they smothered him to the point
I think
that
it should have been a
he
foul.
tried to punch
I think Saliba pushed him. If
they
you ask me,
smothered him so much. He tried to put his hands
Saliba
on the
pushed
ball,
him.
and the ball,
Saliba
as he
pushed
stretched
him.
out his hands on the
Yeah,
ball,
yeah.
fingertips
Saliba
is what
pushed him. Yeah,
fingertips was spun
yeah.
the ball, and he entered as he was going towards the post. Calaferi put his head there. So I feel like we're dodging so harsh based on that one thing,
True,
right?
true,
If
true.
you look at this really, I feel like we're judging him super harsh. But I can understand Magnifico saying, you want your keeper to be consistent in order for you to feel like, yes, you have a chance to even compete for that top, the top 5, top 6 position that United are trying to
Yeah.
get to. If United can play that good against Arsenal and lose, then there's no hope for them winning against Liverpool or City. Winning
No, it
also,
doesn't. It doesn't follow that way. It doesn't
it
really
doesn't
follow.
really football is unpredictable.
Yeah,
Win
yeah.
Liverpool, win
They
Liverpool.
beat City last year. They beat City last year.
Yeah, it's a harmful for me. He knew what he was doing. Oh, we're talking about Tarkowski. Last time we lost first game 1-0, we won the league. Hey, maybe you guys might do something, right? Maybe you guys might do
Wow.
something. Which of the top 7 teams in current EPL team will lose their place this coming weekend? I pray City and Spurs draw while Liverpool win and return back to the top where we belong. Of course, Stewart, of course, you never walk alone. We belong
Liverpool
at the top
fans.
always. We need Xavi and Garnacho ASAP. This team needs to be
I'm
boosted.
telling you.
I can't believe Jackson gave up. That's mentally weak.
Yeah,
So what if we
yeah.
want to sell him? He's still our player and we still pay his wages. What do you mean he gave up? Please explain that.
Do you
What do you
know
mean?
he gave up? He's the one that went to tell Chelsea that he wants to go. You said,
Oh, he gave
initially,
up.
yes,
Okay, okay, okay.
initially Chelsea was like, you're still in the team. We're not going to sell you, but
Yeah.
if we receive the right price. But he's now the one that went to Chelsea and said, "Oh, sell me. I
Hmm.
don't want to." He doesn't want to compete. He wants to leave Chelsea.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, who are the people? Even Jackson on the wing, Kingsley in that Gittins position was giving us more. If you use Jackson as the second striker, no, no,
You
no. I'm
really did
just
not.
saying,
You really did not rate Gittins. Well, keep on talking. Let me
Gittins
keep on
was
talking.
Kingsley. I was not
No, no.
impressed at all.
Keep on talking. Keep on talking.
You
Yeah.
know, you know what? Sometimes, I know you say you can't judge someone from the first game of the season and all of that, but there's a there's a kind of way a player plays. You look at
Yeah.
it and be like, okay, he might if he loses the ball one or two times, you see that sign. Oh, this guy is going to be there's something that will come. But sometimes when you just look be like, this guy would there's no he's just a good player. He's just a good player.
Yeah.
He's not there's no extra
It's
there.
not. It's not exciting.
There's, there's no extra praise for me to give him. I don't know. That's just me. Do you get I'm a difficult
Okay.
man to please also.
Yeah. Well, when you look at Gittins, he had a match rating of 7. 7.0.
Seven.
Um,
Seven.
although like other people, there are other people give match ratings and stuff, right? He played 54 minutes. He had 14
Seven. Nah,
passes. He had 100%
never.
pass completion rate, 2 fouls. He got
14
subbed
passes,
off.
14.
Yeah,
14
14
for the whole
passes.
game.
Yeah,
And you
Gittins, right?
think that's good?
14 passes, 14 completed passes, right? But those were he played
Check how
54
many
minutes
completed
before being subbed
passes.
off in the second
Check
half.
how
Right?
many
People
check
have
how
given
many
people have given him different ratings. On ESPN, they gave him a 4 out of 10. On Sports Illustrated, they gave him a 7. So maybe we follow ESPN. But he created 2 goal scoring opportunities, right? But he didn't really. I feel like his debut, right? His debut, there was not really like I know you have all these expectations, but there's not really much to expect from a young player. His debut pressure, it's just like you can't really expect much. I feel. So you don't think Saliba was fouling Mount? Oh, like do you mean during the corner? Looking down on the likes of Chelsea from the top is such a decompressor, especially after listening to the loud claims of their deluded fans all throughout preseason. Payback time is
see what this is just first game of the
see
season.
what?
See what be careful,
Be
remember
careful, bro.
we're allowed. We'll clip this comment. We're allowed. Remember that.
Yeah.
We're allowed.
I I
Mm,
also
so
agree. Like I think sport he said Magnifico says I think sports will cause City a lot of problem. It's very good bet plus 550. Honestly speaking, right so far, let's go game to game. Things I saw with teams that impressed me, things I saw that needs to improve. Let's start from Liverpool Bournemouth. From Liverpool side, things that need to improve. I will still say our defenders
mm,
are our starting defenders are shaky. Van Dijk,
they will
Konate,
get up to speed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That needs to improve. That needs to improve in terms of form, pace. That will come with time. I think we need to get our starters, especially the guys that were really key for us winning the league last season, to start. Gravenberch needs to come back. Maka needs to get to full match fitness, come back. Soboslai needs to get serious and not give the ball
Yeah.
away, at critical points in the game. Florian needs to step up to the pace of the game, pace of the Prem. Ekitike, keep doing what you're doing. Not much to complain. Kekes needs to get up to speed. Let me just put that get up to speed in terms of movements and positioning. But
Yeah, it wasn't great. Yeah.
aside that, I think I still feel like preseason form we need to shake off. Bournemouth, you expect them to have a slow
Right.
start, but
They are a
let's
stubborn side.
They're stubborn side. They're expected to be stubborn. So let's see what happens from Bournemouth. City did really, really well. They did really, really well against Wolves.
Ainsley, it is Wolves. They beat Wolves. Let's not be
I've
deceived.
not finished. I've not finished. City did really, really well against Wolves. They need to
Mm.
keep that kind of consistent, that kind of form, that kind of performance across the board. They need to be able to replicate it up with sides that are tough for them to beat. That was what I was going to say. They need to be able to do that. Reinders needs to be able to do those kind of things in big games, not just games against Wolves. You're dribbling people and trying to score. You need to do that against really tough teams. Like even for example, Tottenham. City need to play Tottenham very play Tottenham and beat them convincingly, and then we can say, yeah, oh, man, City is back. They are back. You get what I'm saying? When you look at
Mm.
Chelsea, I feel like there's not much to say, given that Chelsea Crystal Palace is always like a locked game. It's always
A lot
very
game.
locked, very
And
tight. But
we've not had much games too
you've
under
not
our
had much.
belts.
You've not had much games. We've not really seen. You've not really. I guess when I look at the Chelsea, when I watch the Chelsea game, I just feel like there was not really much I could draw from the game except Maresca needing to choose the right people to start and needing to trust certain people if other people are not fit. But at the end of the day, when you think about it, I want to see enough from. I want to see Chelsea play another game and another game before I make a statement on Chelsea, because
I think
this
it's
game is
after game
a
four.
bit deceiving.
It's at game
This game
four
is a
I'll
bit
judge
deceiving
them.
for Chelsea. It's a bit
Yeah.
deceiving, but I think you cannot also one thing I'll say is you cannot just look to Kopama as the major creator on your team. Like if Kopama is having a bad day, then everybody has a
Yes,
bad day.
everybody. Estavo needs to get up to speed.
It can't work that way.
Yeah.
You need to have if not, you become Arsenal, because if Saka is having a bad game, everybody's having a bad game. So I just feel like you need to that we need to improve. That we need to improve. Um, which other team did I want to talk about? Thomas Frank. Let's see if Thomas Frank is able to replicate this across other teams, because they had a very good game. United, everything they did. Like if you're grading United out of 10 across different categories, you'll be scoring them really high based on that game. The way they attacked, the transition, the
Yeah.
the vision from some of the players when they sent the pass.
Mhm.
They did everything right except score. That's the only thing they did not do. Score. If they had scored in
Mm.
that game, man, United, they had a game. So if Amorim is able to
Yeah.
replicate the same thing across the board, but finally Sesko is up to match fitness and Sesko is able to score, then there'll be
Speed.
more to come
Yeah.
from United. There'll be more to come from United. Anyways, let's do some comments. Um, Seeing the news about players leaving us than people coming in. Hope I'm not saying wrong. The thing is that people leaving, like who, like Ben Doak leaving, and some other guys leaving. Are there other people you've noticed leaving the team? This is an opportunity for players like Gittins. I hope he embraces it 1,000%. I hope he doesn't get complacent like the likes of Noni, Jackson. I think, to be honest, the few moments I watch Gittins, I know you're criticizing him bad. I feel like he's young. He's a young player. It's his debut. There's more to come
Honestly,
from the player. There's more to come from him.
I will tell you something. When I know people shout about Garnacho,
Mhm.
right? When Garnacho has been in the Premier League, I can't judge him with Garnacho. That's unfair.
Yeah, give
So
him time.
let's leave it aside. Let's leave that
Give him
aside.
time.
But he
AB
needs to
saying
get up.
Maresca should have started with the team that won against PSG.
True. True. Why is he keeping Gusto on the bench? Like you have used Gusto. You could have
Rhys
even
James
used
in
Gusto.
midfield. Rhys James in
Oh
midfield
my
against
God.
Crystal Palace.
I don't know if that would
They
work.
would
But
dominate your midfield.
yeah, yeah.
Rhys James
James
will
doesn't have
possibly,
legs.
yeah,
Yeah, he
they will
doesn't have the
dominate your midfield.
legs.
He can't do that. He can't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah,
Plus, Rhys James is a
yeah.
starter. If Rhys James is fit,
There's no spacing behind anyway. So
plus if Rhys James is fit, you have to start Rhys James. Like, if it's Rhys James, you keep him on the bench and play Gusto instead.
Maresca has done it before. I'm not surprised with that.
If it-
No, if it's Rich James and
I just
Maresca,
feel like if
he's
Rhys
not
James
afraid
is
to
fit,
bench
you have
him.
to play Rhys James. Okay, well, that's just me. I read
Yeah,
that police came to West Ham changing room. I think could be tougher than expected for Chelsea. West Ham need to respond from 3-0. Wait,
three
what do you
zero.
mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't understand. Like, you read police came to West Ham changing room. Why?
Not sure.
Do you understand, or you don't understand? Okay.
No, no, no. I don't know why. I don't know why. I didn't read
Oh, you don't
that,
know
so
why.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you also spun it. Oh, let's read Stewart's. Oh, Stu, I jumped it. He said, "Don't fuck Declan." Roasted 3 times by Cunha in a 2.5 minutes Sky Sports highlights video. Not even the Brits can hide it, man. And also spun it around Declan with skill that wasn't in the brief 2 minutes highlights. Wow, just shows two selfless forwards can change a team. Mbeumo and Cunha, first, second, yeah, first two workhorses since 2012. Honestly,
Yeah,
Mbeumo and Cunha,
they were
they were
really good.
really.
Oh my God,
If those three click, Cunha,
they were
Mbuemo, and
so
Sesko,
good.
is
Yeah,
going to be crazy for people. It's going to be really
yeah.
crazy. When Noni came in for Arsenal, they got far worse. You talk about Jamie Gittins having a bad game.
No, no, he had a better game than
He had a
Noni.
way better game than. Did you see what the Ahmad did to Noni?
I
Did
saw
you
it.
see what
I
Ahmad
saw.
did to
I
Noni?
saw. I saw it.
Dribbled the brother. Like what?
The brother turned. He turned like this. Like where
You're
was
saying?
bad. Yeah,
I mean,
but
anyways,
he almost scored. He almost scored. The streets were being loud if he scored.
if Noni
Mandem
scored in
FC.
the game,
The streets
Ganacho
were
is
being
better
loud.
than Gittins. Liverpool. Wait, so you guys, anyways, you guys think too? Ganacho is better than
Ganacho
Gittins. I
is
feel like
better. It's better.
Ganacho is he's
That's
not
why.
older.
That's
Ganacho
why
is
you.
older than Gittins. He's more experienced than Gittins in the Prem.
How is he
How old is
older
Gittins?
than Gittins?
How old is Gittins? I thought Gittins
Gittins
is
is
like 19 or 20.
9. No,
How old is Gittins? How old is what I thought he was a young player.
young what?
Gittins
Gittins
is
is
young, right?
21. Ganacho, they are the same age. I think
Okay,
so.
so they are the same age, but Ganacho has
They are
more
the same.
Prem.
They are the same age. Yeah, they are the same age. They are the same age.
Let me see. Liverpool looks like a team that will only get better, while City appear like a team that will struggle more when they come against a tougher competition. Arsenal look like championship material so far. Because is also leaving, I guess. Um, man, things are just so early to really make any statements on any team. To be honest, Declan continues to get rings on counters. 105 mil.
150 mil.
Another, yeah, 105 mil. Another is 6 or an 8. Man, still, I know you're pissed, but honestly, I feel like Declan has qualities. Just
It's still
that
an Arsenal
game,
fan. It's still
I don't know. Still,
An
are you an
Arsenal fan.
Arsenal fan? Are you an
I
Arsenal
think
fan?
it's an
Because
Arsenal fan. It says peace. It says peace. Oh my days.
Kingston,
My days are
you say
gone.
they would dominate the midfield. Most analysts are still yet to realize Chelsea does not play midfield football. Chelsea tries to control the game from the defense. You don't play midfield football, and you try to
Not
control the
really.
game from the
No, not
defense.
really. Is so one
I mean,
thing
I
is
understand like
they
play out of the
they
back,
they
but
do
how do you
they
control
a
it from
lot
the
they,
defense?
so one thing is the line pushes up to
Mm,
almost halfway line or half of our field, and you see that they
mm.
keep passing it. They just do that so that you come forward. There's a little space in there so that the ball can get to those five in front. That's all we want to do, basically. You know
So
that five.
remind me again, when you guys break out, when you guys are in possession of the ball, do you fall into a 3-2-5?
So it's 3-2-5. We fall into a
3
3-2-5. Those three
3-2-5.
keeps passing the ball so that people can come forward so that the ball can get to those five in front. Now the ball can get to those five in front by going wide or through Caicedo and the other person in the middle. Those two.
Yeah.
So it's either it's balls through the lines and it's getting to
Oh, so
those
that's
any
what
of those
AB means
five.
by control
Yeah,
with your defense, because you keep
yeah,
on passing it with
yeah.
your defense. So it's more like playing out
Yes.
of the back. So you guys don't do any midfield play at all.
It's really where is the midfield play? Where are the midfielders? Where are
Oh,
the midfielders?
interesting.
That's why you felt
Interesting.
like for almost half of the game, you felt like all the defense. This guy, the 90-year-old defender, has had the most
Mm.
touch of almost
Because
any player. He's one that had almost the most touch of almost any player on the pitch.
but if you guys are playing that way, then wouldn't you want? Okay, because I will always think if a team is trying to control from the defense, because that's quite similar to almost how we play. We try to control from the defense. If we have a chance to pass our six, it gets to our six, it's going straight to the wings, either going to
Salah.
Salah or it's going to Gakpo. Or if we can't do that, Van Dijk will send a long ball to Salah or long ball to Gakpo. That's typically what we do. So do you guys play the same way? Like control from the back three and send it to Kopama
I
or
won't.
whoever is on the wings? Because
They
if you tell me that you
all of
control with your
them they
defense, that's
have
what will
different
come to my mind.
setups. they have different
Yeah,
setups, right? Every
true.
coach has
I'll
different
keep on. I'll keep on
setups.
watching Chelsea games, but if you guys say
Yeah.
so, then I guess. There are reports.
Everton lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everton lost to Leeds, but so far
Yeah.
two relegation teams have won:
I told you
Sunderland
about Leeds Stadium,
and
right? I told you
Leeds.
about Leeds Stadium. I told you. I said that their stadium could keep them up.
That's interesting.
So watch. Yeah.
There are reports that maybe Potter went in on the team. He went
Huh?
in on the team, and then they called the police.
Oh my gosh.
Police came to West Ham changing room. I think could be tougher than expected for Chelsea. West Ham. For Chelsea, West Ham need to respond from 3-0. Okay, now I understand what Magnifico is trying to say. So
What happened?
after they lost to Sunderland,
They were
I,
terrible. They were bad. It was
after
bad.
they lost
It
to
felt like
Sunderland,
it felt
Potter
like
went in
when
on the boys. So now it seems like Chelsea they will have to really, 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 really step up in that
I
game. So it
want
might be
West
really
I
tough for
want
you guys.
I want
It
West
might be
Ham
really, really
Kingsley. You know
tough for
what
you
I want?
guys.
I want West Ham to play us man to man. Let's play.
Hmm.
If Potter knows he's a good coach, he should come and let's play man to man. Let him do that with us. That's what I want. We need that spacing behind for guys like Joao Pedro to start scoring. So they should play. Do you get? They should not sit back,
Hmm.
right? They should flex their muscle with us. I
It
think that's
depends now.
better.
If you guys are dominating too much, they will sit back. It
That's the
depends.
problem.
You
That's
think
the problem I
West Ham
have.
will play Chelsea? Chelsea's dominating. They'll still want to play attacking football. They'll still want to come out.
Let's
I
see.
mean, it's up to Potter. But if the team is dominating, they'll just rather sit back. They'll just rather sit back and try not to lose. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? It seems the promoted teams are here to stay. Andy, play that way against us. We'll press you into error. Exactly, like the way you guys
I'm
saying that you
always
guys
scared. I'm always
control the game from the
that's
defense.
yeah,
Because if a high
yeah.
pressing team press you guys, that's a problem. Because then you'll be forced to pass to Sanchez. Sanchez is not good on his feet. He might make mistakes. They will
Kingsley.
score you guys.
Sanchez is not even the issue. The issue
Mm-mm.
I have is the 19-year-old boy in my defense. I'm not
Achiampong.
comfortable. I'm not comfortable with him being there.
So which you
He's not
coming for
original.
Achiampong then?
He's not. Kingsley, why I'm not comfortable? He's not originally a center back.
He's a what
He's a
left
right
back.
wing. He's a left. He's a right back. He can play right
Okay.
back. He can play left back.
But that's why it's part of
But
the
he's
three, right? That's
no.
why it's
But
part
he's
of the
playing like
three.
his 4-man defense we play, but they're going to a 3, right?
Yeah.
So it's part of the 2 center backs that
But
makes
you
it a
move
3.
into the
So it
three,
stays
right? You move into the
so it stays in the middle of the 3. But
Oh, he
we
stays in
should
the
not be
middle of the three.
of the 3.
I thought he
Yes.
was going to be on the other side. Okay, fair enough.
No, so that's the only reason. That's what makes me scared. Do you get what I'm
You see,
saying?
also
But we'll
Chelsea does
see.
not play pace and power. We just look for space. Only Chelsea and PSG play like that, and I'm not joking. You don't play with pace like at all. Like you feel like you guys don't play with pace. That's interesting. AB, I've never realized this, to be honest. Like
We no no. We
maybe I've
sometimes
not
move
watched
the
a lot
ball.
of your games, so I can't make a comment on
I
that.
think one of the issues we had, especially the
Mm,
Crystal Palace game, we're not moving the ball quick enough,
fast enough.
right? So games that you
Okay,
notice there are some games where we
okay.
play lethargic and we move it pass
Mm-hmm.
here, it's very predictable. They come in second half and they speeding up the play. It's different. So we
Oh, to
can
try to
play
move the ball
fast.
quicker. So,
Yes.
but I've seen you
So
guys play with a certain level of pace because AB, remind me
yes, we do. We
when you
do.
guys played
We do.
PSG, the major reason you guys won that game to me was your pace, your
No, if we are
the pace at which
counter,
you
if we are
pressed, the pace at
counter,
which
yeah.
you moved the ball, like your transitions were a bit quick in that game. Does it depend? I guess this question is for AB. In terms of
Yeah.
pace, does it depend who you're playing? Maybe if you're playing a team like PSG, you play with a bit more pace. With certain teams, you don't need some
We
pace because it's a bit tricky, like saying you don't play with
we
pace and
have
power,
we have
like
we have pacey people, but you only see the pace when that team is pressing up and there's spacing behind.
in behind. Oh, so
Example
that's why
is
it says looking. You're
when
looking for the space.
yes,
Okay,
space.
okay, I
But
see what you're saying. I see
we're
what you're
looking for
saying.
space, especially
Mm.
when a team is sitting back, right?
Okay. And I think Tosin will be back. Go fetch the Tati to replace him. Or
Magnifico,
Badiashile,
we
where
can't
is
do
he?
that. We can't do that. If we do that, we're going back to
See
the
what I said? I
stone
thought you
ages.
guys have 7 central defenders.
Unfortunately,
Where are all your defenders?
they are just for stock, for sales, not
Wait,
for us, Not in
Am
our
I
team, not to
tripping,
play
or
for
that
us.
game Fofana was on the bench? Fofana was on your
Ah,
bench,
he's not yet match fit.
but
I
I
don't
saw
think
him
he's
on your
match.
bench. Or am I tripping? Was he not on your bench for that specific game? I feel like I saw Fofana on the
Let's see.
bench, but I may be wrong. I remember seeing, I was like, wait, Fofana is on the bench.
Let's see. You can keep
Oh,
talking.
okay. Abe is right. Okay. Now I understand. It says we are
What
mainly
happened?
pacey when the ball gets in front area and we want to score. Remember when Maresca said if we don't pace, if we do pace and power, we'll be overwhelmed by the ops. Okay. Yeah. Fofana was on the bench. Yeah. I remember seeing Fofana on the bench. I was surprised, like, Fofana on this bench. Is he back?
He's not fit.
So
He's not fit yet.
so he's on
No,
the was on the bench, but you guys didn't put him in. So there are positives to come. So imagine Fofana gets fit, he
he
becomes,
gets fit.
he comes into the team and then he helps you guys out. Okay, that makes sense in terms of you guys, the way you guys play. But I just feel like if you look at a team like Crystal Palace, you guys are trying to control from moving the ball
Mm.
around. If they
Yeah,
decide not to come out too much to press you guys and they don't
that's a
leave any
problem.
space, so then what
That's the
happens?
problem.
You'll be
That's
looking
why
to
we
go
need.
long all the time.
That's why we need people that can go through the middle. We need like the Javi Simons, people that can dribble. Do you get you
And Kopama
dribble?
really will not be
He
that
doesn't
guy because
dribble. He doesn't dribble. Estavo dribbles. Do you get what I'm saying?
so when you
Xavi
keep
Simons
swapping,
dribbles. Keep
mm,
swapping. Can dribble. We don't know. We'll see.
interesting. Hurry and grab Garnacho so he can play against us. Easy.
Still, Magnifico. I don't know how easy it will
Yeah,
be. I don't know how
man.
easy it will be. What
What?
next games? What are the next games for all the teams?
What it is? Okay,
What?
let's get to the next games. Oh
But we
man, this
should
is
talk.
going to be
We didn't
funny.
talk. We didn't talk about Leeds.
We didn't have our
Leeds were
leads, right?
really
See, but we created like
Leeds
three
were.
chances against Crystal Palace. We just did not take the chances. Um, let's talk about the Leeds game. So Leeds, they are back, right?
Oh my God,
Let
was
me just put it out there.
intense.
I don't like
Mhm.
Leeds. I don't like
Thank
them.
you. No one like. See,
I'm
and
just going to be honest.
When Chelsea plays Leeds, it's always a war.
I don't like them at all.
Seriously,
I don't like
always
Leeds,
a war.
bro.
Hmm.
Man, I don't like them. But Leeds Everton game, I didn't watch the game personally, but I
I
watched
watched it.
highlights of the game. There wasn't really much, at least in the highlights. I didn't really see much. But the major focus was that penalty call, right? 80 something minutes, I think. That penalty call. You guys are saying he knew what he
It was
was
a
doing.
penalty.
It was a penalty.
If you watch the full game, he did like this. He moved his
I don't
hand.
think he
His
brought
hand
his
was
hand
at his back.
forward. He felt
His
like,
hand was at his back, but he
and
did
then he
like this.
leaned back. He
Yes, he
leaned
leaned towards
sideways.
the ball. Towards the
Sideways.
ball. He leaned towards the
I
ball.
watched this thing like 2 times. I'm like, this doesn't look like a penalty call. Okay, you lean, your hand is behind your back.
Mhm.
You lean
His
sideways.
hand was not fully. So even how do I explain it now? So
If your hand is to your side and the
his hand
ball
was
hits your
inside, but
hand, how is that a
no,
handball?
no, it was like this. Not fully at his back, but at the same time, he did like this. He moved his hand towards the ball. Do you get? So that's why I said that's a penalty. There's no how you tell me that's not a penalty.
It's
Was trying to
crazy.
stop the ball with his hand.
It's crazy. I really don't. I personally don't feel like it was a handball.
His
But
hand was not in a natural position. Put it like that.
what is natural position?
Natural position, fully your hands tucked in beside your body. His hand was not tucked in fully beside his body. You
I
could
just
see
feel
still
like,
space.
I'm just going to say this, and I'm not going to talk about it much. I just feel like
Mm.
when it comes to handball calls across
It's
games,
subjective.
it
It's
is
subjective.
very it is very subjective and it's not
Yeah.
consistent at all in any way.
Yeah.
Because you see, I will never forget that game we played against Arsenal, where Odegaard thought that it was basketball
That was a
and
penalty.
he hit. They
That was
said
a
no, it's
penalty.
not handball. But this one that his hand was at least, he's still able to get away with. You say no, it's handball, but that one was not handball. Okay,
Anyways, yeah.
okay, no problem. Anyways,
Say
let's
literally
talk.
like Bielsa is still yeah, exactly. The intensity is still there.
It's
But is
crazy.
is it Falk or some I've forgotten his name, their coach.
Man, it's
So
crazy. Anyway, let's look at the next games, match week 2. Let's look at next games, match week 2. Match week 2, Crystal Palace play. Wait, let's start from top. Chelsea play West Ham. You guys are going to West Ham's house. You remember what Magnifico said based on how Potter was responding to the players and everything. They might have they might have a point to prove. They might have a point
to
to
be
prove.
to
City
be
play
serious.
Spurs. We will see whether City they are fraudulent with the way they are moving, or they might beat Spurs. This will be a huge test for Spurs because it's at the Etihad. Bournemouth play
Mm,
Wolves. I don't really care for Bournemouth, but it could be a good game. It could be a good game between those two. But the game I'm focused on, Arsenal Leeds. With the way Leeds are moving, they
mm.
play Arsenal. Do you think they get something from the game
Difficult. I don't know how Arsenal is going to play.
at home? I feel like after that United
They
game,
should
Arsenal
they
might
they
really
should
want
be on
to
the front. They should be on the front
on the
foot.
front
That's what I
foot, right?
expect. Yeah, that's what I expect. They should win. They would win. I'll put them to win. Anyways, but we'll see.
United play Fulham, so we see what United do. Will they be able to replicate stuff?
There will not be space. Like I told you, the Fulham pitch is very small. So all those one Mbeumo is getting free chance. No, right? So there
Yeah,
will not be much
yeah.
space in Fulham.
Yeah, I don't think Leeds will do anything to. I think Arsenal will beat Leeds
Yeah,
comfortably. And if
yeah.
Arsenal struggle to beat Leeds, wow, I'll be really surprised. Anyway, Leeds, they are really crazy. And then Newcastle, Liverpool. Finally, we settle the beef.
Oh,
Newcastle,
you guys are
Liverpool.
playing Newcastle.
Yeah, I'm playing Newcastle. I will
Damn.
have a watch along too. We'll have a watch along too. Newcastle,
Oh
Liverpool to
my
see what will
God.
happen. It's crazy, man. The perfect Maresca ball was first half against West Ham at their home last season. So let's see what happens. We didn't deserve to win yesterday. Them Leeds
Exactly.
players
We
never
didn't.
stop running. Man,
Yes, that's so fit.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Do
But
you
yeah,
have
well,
any transfers on your side?
um,
I saw Arsenal inquired about Semenyo,
now
right? We don't know
they
if
inquire about everybody. They inquired about Ademola Lookman. They inquire about Arsenal. They're not serious, bro. They're not serious. They inquire about
C-
everybody.
CFC game. I say Chelsea players should be ashamed of themselves. Oh my God. Calm down. I just think like Fernandez wasn't match fit, right? Gittins is still trying to understand what the manager wants him to do. So those are the main thing I really saw. And Kopama really, we must beat West Ham. We have to. We have to. If not,
So
Chelsea.
Chiesa. Oh
Fans
no,
have a
keep on
very
saying what
short.
you're saying.
Fans have a very short memory.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. So
But yeah, Chiesa is expected to stay in terms of transfer. At some initially we thought he was going to leave because there was no space. Luis Diaz, Nunes, but then Luis Diaz and Nunes they both left, so now the space
yeah.
has opened up. And if we're thinking of signing just Isak, so to be Chiesa, Isak, and Ekitike, possibly would be Chiesa, Isak, Ekitike,
So
Salah,
Chiesa will be
Gakpo.
on
Those
one
will
of
be
them.
our
He can
forwards,
play. Chiesa can play in place of
right?
Salah or
Yeah, he can play
or
in place of
left.
Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike coming for Isak. It depends on how
Yes.
Slot wants to set up
Yeah.
the team. But he wants to stay and fight for his place. So we'll see what will
That's
happen.
good. That's
Um
good.
Inter, I guess Inter they've gone off the table when it comes to Ademola Lookman negotiations. It seems like they don't really rate it. I guess when you think about
It's very
Inter dropping a
expensive.
bid to Atalanta saying we will not open that door until we get 50 million, even though they sent like 45 million euros and like, no, I want 50 million euros or nothing. The whole back and forth, I guess they just decided to pull out of it. They're just not interested in doing it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, Leon Bailey is leaving to Roma. Leon Bailey is leaving Aston Villa, going to Roma. Does this affect them? Leon Bailey leaving.
Jets. That's not good at all.
I know, right? That Isak Ekitike combo will be like Mamush Ekitike Frankfurt combo. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, because Ekitike easily could fit into the left wing. It could fit into that 10 position. It could fit in anywhere. His profile is really, he's a very versatile player. So we'll see what will happen. Romero stays at Tottenham, signs new contract. I don't know if you guys remember, Romero was linked to, was it Barcelona or Real Madrid? I think one of the two. Real Madrid
Athletic
also,
also.
or Atletico.
Yeah.
It was Atletico. I forgot. It was linked to
Mm,
Atletico. So
yeah.
yeah, on Thursday On Thursday's show, you should add score prediction segment for game week. We definitely need to. We definitely need to.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Um, so let's talk about
I
Lukaku.
think.
Lukaku will be out. Lukaku is injured. He'll be out for at
Oh,
least 3 months. So we'll see what's happened. Tottenham, they've submitted a bid for Eze, 55 million plus 5 million add-ons for Iberichi Eze.
wow.
If Eze goes to Tottenham, does that
That's a
move them
huge
high on
difference.
your list? Does that
He
move them
moves
high on your
them
list?
high. He does move them high. He does. Hmm.
We've been talking about Jadon Sancho for weeks. Jadon
He
Sancho, where would he
refused.
go? Where would he go? Where would
He
he go? He
refused to go
refused.
to Roma,
He refused to go to Roma. This
but he
brother,
doesn't want to play
this brother
football.
will not. This it's like this boy will not kick football again. Immediately the
He
contract ends, he'll
doesn't
just retire. Jadon Sancho has retired
retire.
because I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him. Anyways,
Not interested.
yeah, those are mostly. That's mostly
Yeah,
everything. That's
and I
mostly
think
everything.
Bayern submitted a loan deal for Nkunku, which Chelsea rejected. They want
Mm.
him to be sold. They want full sales. So yeah. See, how many years has
Oh
Eze
my
got left?
God,
I think
Andre
two or
Onana
three.
has been dropped and he's not injured. Confirms Amorim.
Yes,
Andre
he
is
said
not
he prefer.
Andre is
Yeah,
not
he prefer.
injured. He's recovered,
No,
but
he,
other players did well during preseason. I have to find the balance. Next week, it will be a different story. This week, we chose these players. So
yeah.
Onana is not injured. He's fit.
So what happened was he said Onana, based on the people he had, Onana was his third choice. That's what he said.
Onana is his third choice.
Third choice,
Once
yeah.
once the
Third.
best keeper in the world. Once the best
I
keeper in
think
the world.
they
What's going
want to
on?
force him out.
How many
They are
years has
trying,
Eze got left?
but he's not yet fit though. He's not yet fit.
No, he's at his feet. Oh, he said Onana is fit. He's
No, he's
recovered.
just coming back. He's just coming back, right?
But he still did not select him. That says a lot.
Said Napoli acquired for Hoyland. No, he
Oh,
said he
Hoyland,
just needs more
Hoyland is it's
training.
definitely over. It's definitely over. Rasmus Hoyland
He's
out of
done.
United squad today, as it's definitely over. Hoyland, that was today, meaning yesterday. Hoyland always insisted to stay and get a chance, but Amorim and United sent clear message out of the squad. The striker is due to leave soon. It's done. We knew
He's
this.
not good enough.
We
He's
knew
not
this.
good
It's
enough.
just with this United we saw. It's an insult for United to make Hoyland be their starting. With this United we saw
Oh,
yesterday,
they're
it's an
just too good.
insult. The
Just too
United,
good.
nah, it's on. They're on a trajectory. Hoyland is just going to pull
Even
them down.
even Zexi will struggle to enter this team. He will
And Zex,
struggle.
yeah,
He will struggle. See, Chelsea should get Onana. He will challenge Sanchez. We be no,
nah,
please.
nah, 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 nah,
We
nah,
don't
nah.
need Onana.
Onana should go where he belongs.
No.
Saudi,
I-
Syria,
Italy, Saudi.
all
Yeah,
those other places. That's the kind of he Onana and this guy, Minon, or what's that guy? Mike Minon.
Minor.
The two of them, they feel very similar in the way they make saves, the way they behave. They
They're
just look
slow and
very
yeah,
slow. I'm like, see Raya. Raya is making
so
saves
fast,
like
so fast.
the way Raya
But
saved that Cunha
he's he's
ball.
making mistakes now. Raya is
No,
making mistakes. Do you
but
notice?
Raya was out. Well,
He had a
he had a
good game. He
game.
had a good game.
He
He had a
played
good game.
well. He played that.
He
It
had a
could have
good
been a
game. He made
goal.
saves.
The save, Mbeumo save that he did, I think it was going in.
It could have been more than 2 goals.
Honestly speaking, if it was Ramsdale in goal for
Mm.
Arsenal, that
They could
game
have
would have
conceded
ended like
2-1.
3-1 or even 2-1 or even
Mm.
3-1. Who knows? It was
Mm.
crazy. But yeah, release Onana in his 30s. Saudi for what now? Who will sign Onana? You guys are saying Saudi for what? Who will sign Onana? How old is
Yeah.
Onana?
What are your final thoughts?
Wait, let me before I say my final thought, I'm just curious. I want to see how old Andre Onana is. Just for the bands. He's 29. Onana is 29, right? He's 29. United have rejected him. Well, he maybe still has a chance, maybe in La Liga or Serie A or something. But if none of them are coming for you, you go to Saudi, collect the bag, and just call it a day. But anyways, my final thoughts, guys. The first starts to the Prem. I mean, the first week, first games, all the teams have played. I guess at the back of our heads, we wanted to use
Mm.
this game as a way to assess, what to expect from these teams. Have people become better? Have people become Have people dropped off? With the signings,
Mm,
do amazing things. Yesterday was
yeah.
a whole hype. Sesko versus Yokeres. Things are going to be crazy. But at the end of the day, this match week one did not tell us anything. I feel like it just showed us teams are not yet back up to speed.
Up to speed.
Even the
Exactly.
champions are not back.
Mm.
We are not back. But we showed
Even
why
the
we were
club,
champions.
even the champions of the world are not back to.
We don't know about that. We'll
You
see.
you can't you
We'll
can't talk.
see.
You can't
So
talk.
I feel
The
like we
champions
don't
of
know
the world
anything
are
yet.
not back.
Let's give it time. I feel like I know we were saying 10 games in, but to be honest, maybe even before 10 games, we might
I'll
start
say
seeing
four.
some
From
things
four.
that'll be convincing,
From
right?
game four. From
Because
game four, you know we're serious or not.
Liverpool playing Newcastle. By game four, I feel like most people would have played a decent number of games to kind of know what to expect. And then by game
Mm.
10, we know who the fraud is and who the fraud isn't. But still, people need time. Some people might
Yeah.
catch up,
P-
somewhere
PSG won
sometime
one
through the
zero.
season.
They
You know,
barely made it out.
so you never can tell. I feel like teams are just not up to fitness levels. Teams are not up to speed. Let's give it time. Let's give it time. But that's my final thoughts. We'll see.
Yeah. Final thoughts for me. The first week has gone. We see what happens in the second week. The second week, the table starts to shape up. Then third
Mm-hmm.
week, then we'll now start seeing the league has really started, right? And we'll see, like you said. And I hope teams can sign anybody, the people that they want to. Like these next 2 weeks would determine a lot.
Aki. Mhm.
It would. It would.
It
Like
would.
Chelsea adding two additions, United adding a goalkeeper and a midfielder will make a huge difference. Arsenal adding a
Mhm.
10 will make a huge difference.
Mhm.
Like Liverpool adding a defender will make a huge difference. Do you get
Huge.
so many teams like Man City? I don't think they should add anybody, but they are going to add. They are going to add a goalkeeper. No, no, no. AB is saying the leap shapes up by game 10. I'm saying from game 4, we start to see who is serious.
Mm.
Yes, because from game 4, you have possible how many points? 12 points. From game 4, you start to
Yeah.
see the gap.
12 points. Yeah.
Game 10, you're already far ahead. Like
Yeah. Game 10, you
that.
already know who's not anyways.
That's
Game 10, yeah.
like
10 games
you.
in, you're kind
That's
of
it.
like
You're already
separating
deep in.
half. Yeah, you're separating
Yeah.
the
But from
boys
game
from the
four, you
men.
start to from even from game 4, you start to even see
Mm.
signs. Right now, we can be giving them excuse and say match fitness. But after you play 2 games, 3 games, that match fitness issue should be out of the way. No more
Mm.
excuse. Right?
Fair enough.
So yeah.
Yeah, but let's give it to game 10. Let's give it to game 10.
Game
Let's give
10
it
is
to
too
game 10.
late. Game 10 is too late. You are going for the title. You lose the first 5.
Ah,
You've lost
that's
the title.
telling.
That's done. That's
You've
done.
not lost the title yet, but it makes it difficult for you though.
You
It
are
makes it very
done. You've
difficult.
lost 5 games out of 38. What is left? And probably you need like 28 wins.
It
This
looks like
season, we might need.
you need like 20 something wins, right? And a couple
So how do
draws.
you get? Yes. So how do you get
Yeah,
that?
be tough. To be tough.
So yeah,
Anyways, I appreciate you guys for joining. AB Bagman came back, Magnifico, um, who else?
CFC
Stewart,
gamers still
CST
watch
Gamer.
still
Appreciate you guys. Remember, you guys, we're live every day, 6 p.m. CST. So we'll see you guys tomorrow as well. If you've not done so, please subscribe. Our FPL, I'll announce the top 3 on our social media. Like, the people are in this FPL, people are crazy. People are really, really
serious.
serious about this FPL. But I mean, it's game week 1. So let's see what's happened. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for coming. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you've not done so, please subscribe. I'll way to 3K subscribers. Thank you guys for joining. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.